Assalamualaikum to Miss Didi. My name is Lia Fitria binti Din and my other friend is Najah binti Yusuf. Today we'll be presenting a movie critique titled Set It Up. Okay, this movie is basically a romantic comedy movie where two overworked and underpaid assistants in New York City, Harper and Charlie, realize that they can make their life easier by setting up their workaholic bosses to date. So, they came up with a plan to get their bosses off their backs while trying to perpetuate these romantic views between their nightmare bosses. The assistants realize they might be right for each other.
I can't leave until she leaves. And she never leaves. So, I'm always the last one here.
I'm always the last one here.
No, you're not.
Well, even when Rick's not here, I'm here.
Kirsten keeps a cot in her office.
Rick keeps a Tempur-Pedic cot in his office. It's like the...
Harper, I'm gonna take a nap. So just wake me up at midnight. Oh, but don't startle me. Play a lullaby or something, then just slowly increase the volume.
Okay.
First critical incident is unethical behavior. It is an action that falls outside of what is considered morally right or proper for a person, a profession, or an industry, such as unpaid overtime. According to Fair Labor Standard Act, FLSA, employees in the US work the highest number of work hours per year compared to the rest of the world, which are about 70 more hours per year than in Japan. Kristen and Rick take advantage of their assistant Harper and Charlie to work overtime, which are very unethical behavior of them as a leader. They're bossing them around to work overtime, which sometimes they can only go home after their boss leaves office. As a leader, they should not make their workers to work overtime even though FLSA sets no limits, because it creates to lower productivity as Harper seems to always tired and frustrated by her hectic schedule from her demanding job, while Charlie obeys Rick just because he wants to be promoted. For example, in the clip, Harper and Charlie argue who stays the last one in the office. Harper says, "I can't leave until she leaves," and she never leaves, and the same goes to Charlie. Sometimes, Kristen also sleeps in the office. It shows that they work overtime and stays late in the office. The fact is, Harper wants to be a writer, but she can't, as her days are so long that whenever she tries to write, she's so tired and everything I write is bad. While Charlie doesn't have time to meet his girlfriend. For recommendation, even though an employer can require workers to work overtime and can fire them if they refuse, but honestly, Rick and Kristen should follow their company's working hours, as they seem very tired with their job, especially Harper, and should pay them extra if they work overtime.
And there should be 3 times as many story ideas by now.
Well, I might have a story idea. Actually, it's not fleshed out or anything. I haven't cracked it, so...
Oh, good. So you're telling me it's bad before I've even heard it.
It's this thing called the Jerry Olympics. It's an Olympics for senior citizens. And they have races and ping pong and Nerf basketball and weightlifting. I mean, yes, people think it's silly. People think it's silly, but it gives them something to live for. And a lot of them were athletes who never even got a chance to live their dreams. It's just sometimes I get emotional over sports, just how they can provide your dinner, which I'm gonna go get right.
The second critical incident is assertive communication. It means expressing our point of view in a way that is clear and direct while still respecting others. It is also the ability to express positive and negative ideas and feelings in an open, honest, and direct way, and allow us to constructively confront and find a mutually satisfying solution where conflict exists. Harper is being assertive because she expresses herself constructively to Kristen when she wants to give and convey her ideas to Kristen while still respecting her. I think I might have an idea shows her assertiveness to express her opinions and thoughts. Harper used the correct method to suggest her ideas to Kristen, which is being assertive because, as we know, Kristen is always right, so she doesn't accept to anyone's idea. So Harper body language, eye contact, emotion, eye statement made by her could convey Kristen about her story ideas. For example, in the clip, Harper suggests her story ideas to Kristen about Jerry Olympics. Even though Kristen already judging her like, "Oh God, so you're telling me it's bad before I've even heard it." Harper still continues expressing her ideas with confidence and stopped when Kristen seems to not agree with her ideas according to the face she made. The fact is, at the end of the story, Kristen accepts Harper's ideas and Harper is finally can be a writer. Imagine if Harper is passive kind of person, she wouldn't dare to suggest her ideas and so be an assistant by 26. For recommendation, one should be assertive in workplace because it helps us to express our views and achieve goals, but still we need to accept others' opinions. It is the key to develop mutual respect for each other at workplace.
Someone's ass is fired! Somebody punching someone's ass!
I think he's upset about this.
His ex-wife.
Kiki Otis is... oh, that makes sense.
Spiritual non-legal commitment ceremony? You showed him this?
You didn't say anything about his mail. It's non-legal.
Rick?
What is this? Bulletproof glass? Where's Pencil Dick?
I feel like I'm Pencil Dick.
You're fired. Charlie, take his work. I don't ever want to see Pencil Dick's face again.
Pencils can be all lengths and girths, so the joke's on him.
The next critical incident is offensive language. It is the term that is applied to rude or hurtful behavior, derogatory or obscene comments made by one person to another person. According to Section 4A of the Summary Offence Act 1988, a person must not use offensive language in public place or school. Some people use offensive language when their emotions run high. In a workplace setting, however, there is no excuse for that, especially a boss to their workers. Rick is using offensive language and angry to the intern in front of other employees shows that he really has a bad behavior. For example, Rick shouting, "Someone else is fired," while throwing things just because he sees there is a name of his ex-wife on the card that the intern gave. Like, the intern don't know about it and why he should get angry like that. He also calls the intern by very rude names and fired him in front of other employees. The fact is, the intern felt very embarrassed, annoyed as you can see through his face, and angry, and he also lost his job on his first day of internship. For recommendation, Rick should try to control his temper and not bring his personal problems to work, and also he should change the way he talk because as a boss, he should set a good example to his employee. Bad language to employees will make them demotivated and does not have mutual respect to the boss.
What?
I know I've been cunty to you, and it's partly because you're young and your skin bounces back and it annoys me, but really, it's because I want you to succeed.
What do you mean?
I see so much potential in you. But you have to have a tough skin. So if I am the most awful person when this shitstorm of an industry is hard on you, I know that you will be prepared.
Next critical incident is congratulating and praising. Congratulating and praising is the person praised to congratulate when him or her doing on a job well is done. When Christine say to Harper, it's because I want you to be success and I see so much potential on you. Harper respond with a smile brightly because she not expect Christine will say something like that. Christine believe if something shit storm happen, Harper can handle this situation. What Christine do? She look like she care about Harper and it can encourage Harper to increase her knowledge and also her productivity in workplace. Based on communication theory, when Christine as a boss praise Harper, it motivates Harper to become a successful writer in the industry with all the experience she had. My recommendation when at workplace, try to make praising and congratulating people achievement as a workplace practice because it can create a positive vibe. At the same time, can encourage them to improve their performance because the environment itself make people feel appreciated.
Expect my food to be properly cooked whilst I sit in a restaurant. What am I, a chef? Do I got a Michelin star?
You could if you wanted to.
She did this shit on purpose to make me look stupid. This was a power play.
I don't think she was trying to power play.
Can't get the image of barbecued vomit out my head now. This shitty computer isn't taking my password.
Oh, no, that's
Take my password!
It's my laptop.
Well, bring me my laptop.
How could you let them pick the restaurant?
It was your turn to.
Other critical incident is unprofessional behavior. Unprofessional behavior is describe someone's behavior at work, like critique them for not behaving based on their profession. When Rick feel angry with Christine about what happened last night, where Christine put raw beef in front of him, but he refused to cook because he not chef in the restaurant. At the same time, the laptop cannot be opened because it's Charlie laptop. So Rick decide to throw the laptop on the floor and step on it. In this clip, we can see Charlie very calm to handle this situation, and he know how to control his emotion even though his laptop was broken. Rick revealed unprofessional behavior in the workplace. Based on communication theory, it very inappropriate because Rick give a bad impression toward his workers, where he cannot separate personal and work problem. As a boss, Rick should be a good role model to the employees. From there, the employees will respect Rick as an employer. My recommendation is, as a boss, Rick have to control the emotion and do not mix the personal problem and work problem when come into the office, because it can impact the reputation of the company.
Do you know what's crazy?
I don't care.
Just how different dating is nowadays.
Why are you still talking?
You know, you used to have to wait 3 days to call, but now women think the longer you take, the smaller your penis.
Get out.
This is an elevator.
Get out.
I've got it!
Hey there.
Last critical incident is disagreement. Disagreement is the situation where people do not have the same opinion with us. When Charlie gives suggestion to Rick, ask Rick to call Christine, Rick disagree with Charlie's suggestion without listening carefully and ask Charlie to get out from the lift immediately, which it show a very disagreement behavior as a boss. Based on communication theory, as a boss, disagreement behavior can make the workers feel not being appreciated when he expressed his idea. When Rick blindly rejected Charlie's suggestion, it will make Charlie feel demotivated to give any opinion in the future and reduce his self-confidence, because whenever he starts to give the idea, it blindly rejected by Rick. Last but not least, as a boss, you should be an open-minded person and give chance to your employees to express what in their mind. We never know, their idea might give something new and brilliant to the company. In conclusion, there are several theories that we can related in the workplace communication. There is much we can learn from this video, except unprofessional behavior, disagreement behavior, and also unethical behavior. We can conclude all these aspect communication do not only impact relationship with others, but also teach us to communicate effectively. Overall, there's so much impact from this movie that we can use for our future as employee. That's all from us. Thank you.